So far in this course, you've set up a WordPress website and you've added some basic pages and a menu. Next, we're going to turn it into an e-commerce website so that people can place orders online. And we'll do that using WooCommerce, which is a free plugin that powers a huge percentage of the world's e-commerce websites. So let's go to the WordPress admin and we're going to go plugins, add new, and then we will search for WooCommerce. Here it is. So we've got the WooCommerce plugin and I'm going to click install now. Once it's installed, you click activate and that will open up the WooCommerce setup wizard. The wizard is really useful because it takes us through the main settings that we need for our store. WooCommerce can be very simple to use or very sophisticated because it has a lot of options, and the setup wizard helps us to focus on the most important options that everybody needs. So let's add our information. So you enter your address and your county and so on. You can choose whether to opt in to the usual things. And it takes you through what industry you're in. So for a restaurant, obviously you want food and drink. What will you be selling? Well, a restaurant will typically be selling physical products, which means it's a product that the customer actually receives in real life, as opposed to a download or a training course or something like that. So if that applies to you, then do that. If you're doing a subscription business, then you can tick subscription options, but we're not covering that in the course, although that is possible. So we're going to click continue. How many products? A restaurant might go up to 100, but just choose whatever applies to you. It tries to get you to install a lot of other plugins. Generally, you won't want those things. So unless you actively need these things, untick them. We've already installed the storefront theme and set it up, so you don't have to do that now. So you can ignore the bit where it gets you to choose a theme. So we're going to click skip this step at the bottom. I'm personally not a big fan of Jetpack, and you probably don't need an extra plugin for shipping and tax. So I'm going to say no thanks for now, but you can have those if you want. And then it takes you to your online store. So we're going to do another lesson on adding products in a minute. So I'm going to skip that. Let's go to payments next. With WooCommerce, you can set up a choice of ways for your customers to pay you, and it's really simple either way. PayPal is a really great way to take payments online because everybody's got a PayPal account, and even if they don't or they don't want to use it, they can actually pay by PayPal directly with their credit or debit card. So instead of logging into a PayPal account, they enter their credit or debit card details. So if you choose to set up PayPal, it will ask you for basic information from your PayPal account so that when customers pay on their website, that will send the money through to your PayPal account. For something a little bit more advanced, you can use Stripe, which is dead easy to set up. You would go to stripe.com and create an account, and then you just pay a small percentage, similar or slightly less to what you pay PayPal actually, whenever somebody pays with that. So Stripe will add credit and debit card forms directly to your website. Often you have Stripe and PayPal as two different options for customers to choose from, so they go credit card or PayPal. That's what we do on our own website. With restaurants, you may well want cash on delivery, so because you might want people to pay when they collect their order, or if you're offering home delivery for the food orders, then they might pay the delivery driver directly. So you can either insist on cash on delivery if you don't want online payments, or you can add it as an option, and you probably don't want bank transfer. So that's our payment options. Let's go back to home. So we've set up payments, it's got a nice tick here. We're going to do another lesson on shipping. Tax is fairly self-explanatory, and if you need to charge tax in your country, then set that up. And so that's it for now. We now have a WooCommerce store set up and people can pay online. But it's not much use yet until we have some products. So in the next lesson, I will show you how to start adding your foods as WooCommerce products.